everyone. I hope you're very hello everyone. Hope you're very good. So I'm Veronique and I'm back with a new video on Scope International. So today I am also going to speak about the industrial placement reports at the Coca-Cola Midi, which undertook in 2030 to 2014. So basically, I've done a year's placement years to that time. So when you finish your placement years, you have to write a report that you submitted. So in terms of starting that, I have to write the the report, which is content, the table contents, the summary, the instructions, Coca-Cola history, humble beginning, the concentrate plant supply, the concentrate plant supply factory, and the 23 factory TTC, the company of Coca-Cola, the missions, the value, the visions, the Coca-Cola Media SIS, the settlement, the situations analysis, and the descriptions of the work as I have contributed at the Coca-Cola Media. So when I had that placement years, my job was to be planning analysis. That's how I've been trained to be. So basically, I have list of project that I've done, which has been accomplished and present to the PowerPoint slide. I remember to praise the PowerPoint slide, which was the inventory of the label. So basically, it was to make the inventory of the confidential, liquid, and powder inventory of the label. So I had to collaborate with different departments such as the department of operator, manufacturing, commercials, inventory management, supply chains department, or quality, security, safety, and then the procurement, also external stakeholder. Then the impact of the constraints. So every day my task at the supply chains planning analysis, this was to make the extractions of the activity via the system of Coca-Cola. So basically the job that I was doing, it was the completion of the Coca-Cola. So the description of Coca-Cola. So the job that I was doing, so I'm going to tell you straight away of the job that I did as a planning analyst. So the goal of the placement was to get experience as a planning analyst by analyzing the managing of the portfolio, packaging, and confidential ingredients. So and then the daily basic was really to focus on my portfolio of the list of stakeholder, the supply, the customer that I was leading every day by checking the stock via the stock. So via the subsystem, it contract the transactions of different missions, different type of need. The frequency is changing. I had one of the work which was to control the label and the selling of Coca-Cola, and I had to control the stock, and I found out that when I done that, it required me to update the stock management of the stock control, which was basically the selling was high lack of orders. They have a huge productions of oranges, and basically that label of Coca-Cola was extremely important. So I had to find a new printer. I have to make like a list of stakeholder or list of find a new supplier which can make the printing service. So I had to collaborate with a supplier from Spain, who basically providing the stock and requesting the forecasting of that particular at times, and I arranged that we need a certain amount for, remember, 3,000 sell for 3 years for cover all the stock for 3 years, and then the feedback was I must order for 10 units as he said, and he said we can respond to your need by dispatching the 3,000, but we know the mark of CCC. So then I had to find the printer. So I had to have the printer. I found 10 printer, potential printer around the east of France, of south in France, such as in Marseille, in Toulouse, in the also calls and everything, but I have to choose which one is was appropriate to our need at the Coca-Cola, and then set it a contract with them. So as it was like a quick need that we enter the information of the new supply, we calling DHL. I have to book collections from to DHL, like DHL go and collect the item to the supplier, and then that item of selling we not have to come to a Coca-Cola, but it has went straight away to the printer service. So it's actually optimizing the time of the lead time, production, transportation, and cost. And then it's asked us to come the sale at the Coca-Cola. So we managed to settle that issue. It was, people can say just a sale, but it was to represent the mark of Coca-Cola. It was kind of the sign. So the challenge that I had, this is the sale, this is the sale. You can see here is a red things like that. It's actually to protect the container, the EBC container. So thank you very much for your listening, and see you later for the next videos.